Hello everyone, it's Pam here with Tattered Paper and Lace. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, thank you for coming here and seeing what I'm doing. And if you have been a subscriber, welcome back. It's good to see you again. We are on week 18 of the Margarete Miller 52-week collage challenge. And so I wanted to bring you along and show you what we're doing. Okay, hopefully you can read this. First up, we have something that people collect. So what I'm going to be using for that is these postage stamps right here. So I'm going to be doing, people collect postage stamps, so I'm going to be doing postage stamps for that. The next thing is a geometric shape with at least 5 sides, and I have this scrapbooking paper here that is hexagons. Is that right? No. Hexagon is 8. This is 5. Pentagon? Yeah, I think it's pentagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's 6. Sextagon? I don't know. Anyway, it's got more than 5 sides. It's got 6 sides. So I'm going to be using that. Something featuring a clock or a time-related element. And I have this little fun clock right here I'm going to use. Text in a foreign language. I have German book page that will be in the background here. And then something with a spine. I am going to be using this fun lady right here, this fun little girl right here. And then a flower. So I'm going to be using this flower from my Reader's Digest Medicinal Plant book. Okay, so we'll just get started on this. And the first thing I will do is put down my background. And for that, I got all kinds of mess encroaching in on my workspace here. So let's see if I can't clear some of that away. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is my background, and I will just use, I think I will just use regular glue, not a glue stick, on that. And I've got this as part of my background as well. And so I'm going to have a little border around the book page because I didn't have a book page big enough from any of my foreign language books. They're not really big enough for the whole background, so I'm going to leave the border. I shortened it down a little bit because I didn't want the title of the page at the top. I just wanted the blank space and the German writing, whatever it might say. This is from a German, like a textbook, so they're learning how to speak German in this book. And it had this piece that is has this piece that was the old-fashioned print, the vintage-looking print on it, and I love that. So I wanted to use that. I don't think I got all the way to the edge good on the glue here. Let me show you the print. See, it's the Old English lettering. So I wanted to use that. You have to forgive me if I sniff or whatever because I have a cold. My husband is getting over a upper respiratory infection, and I didn't get that. And so now I have a little hole in the background right there. I don't care. we're just going to go with that. That's an interesting that it tore out in a perfect little hole right there. Anyway, I didn't get the upper respiratory infection. At least I haven't yet, but I do have a cold, and I think that's what I got from him being sick. So he slept in the guest room during the worst of it, and trying to avoid me getting it. So maybe that helped. But I have the sniffles right now, and hopefully it won't get any worse than that. We're going to hope for the best on that. But I do sound a little bit clogged. I'm just going to glue this down just at the bottom because I need to slip some things inside there. So I'll glue it later. Now, that is text in a foreign language. That takes care of that prompt. And what's the other one? A geometric shape with at least 5 sides. So this is, each of these little honeycomb shapes has 6 sides. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, they're 6-sided. Okay, so then I'm going to put my flower down next. I'm going to stick it behind because I want this to have a little bit of dimension. And so I thought I would stick this behind, but then I would put this little piece of the scrapbooking paper behind this so that you would have something that was, so that it had a little more dimension. So I need to place this somehow, however it will fit. Okay, because it cut from this. So I need to place this right here, and I'm still leaving this open so I can then put the flower and have some of this behind the flower and most of it in front and a little bit behind. So that's what we'll do next. Let's line that piece up. I hope everyone else is doing well and that you're not having a cold like me. It's not been too bad. I get a cold about once a year, or if once a year. I may not even get one. Oftentimes do not. I don't usually have problems with that. Okay, so that's going to go like that. And then I can slip this so that there is some behind and some in front. So I'm sort of using this as a grounding piece because it's going to be like the ground for my girl image as well. Okay, that works. I think that's the only thing that's going behind. Let me find my other, I had another little piece that I've got to use on top. Now what happened to that? It was just here. It was just here. Did I use the wrong piece? I think I did. Did I use? No, I didn't. I didn't. Where is that piece? Okay. Oh well. I don't know. Really? Wow. Okay. Oh well. We'll just move on and hopefully it'll turn up. Okay. I think then that I can go ahead and glue the flower in. And I'm going to do it in stages. So we'll start at the bottom and get that positioned like it should be. Can't see what I'm doing. I go back and watch my videos before I post them, and I notice that I'm notorious, I tell you, for not being quite in frame. and I apologize. I try my best, but I get so involved in doing what I'm doing that I forget to be in frame. Okay, so we're going to stick this back here. This is going to go over the top of that, just like that. Let's move it over just a little bit, over to the edge as much as it can go. Yeah, like this. Like this. I want it to go like that. Okay, there we go. That's how I want it to go. So I can stick a little bit of glue under the, oh, I think I can put this whole thing down now. Yes, because I'm not gonna, so let's just get this whole piece down, because I am not going to have to go underneath there anymore. And so we'll get that whole thing down. I have a little piece that's got to go on top, but I don't know where it went, so I'll have to make another one. I hope. I don't know where that went. How could it just disappear? That's because it's on the floor. Okay, I got it. It's on the floor. I'm glad. Glad I could find it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get this down. I didn't have to cut off it. No, it'll be right at the top. I didn't want to cut off any of the flower if I could help it. So let's get this down. And let's see if this little piece is down. Yep, it's down. I did get some on it, so it's down. So you really can't tell too much about that there's anything behind except right over here. But anyway, it gives it a little bit more dimension. And I did that with the other parts too, so you can see that in just a moment. We'll get that figured out. So again, I hope everyone else is doing well. We have a nice sunshiny day today. I am filming again, maybe 3 weeks early. I'm ahead of schedule, and I am so glad, because I will be going out of town the end of April, and I don't want to have to worry about whether I've got everything done that I need to do. So I'm trying to be ahead of the schedule, so I have everything done so that you don't miss out on what's coming next. So I have been diligently working on these weekly things that I know I have to do every week, so that I don't miss any, and that you don't miss any. I appreciate you coming along. I hope that you enjoy my videos. I enjoy doing them. I hope that you can get some tips maybe that help you out in your art. Some things that might make it easier for you, some ideas you've not thought of. So I hope that comes through. Okay, so now we have this. Again, I fussy cut this out of my Reader's Digest Medicinal Plants book. I love that book. It has these larger images in it, and I just think that is so much fun. And so I love using those. Okay, so next, let me close my glue because it's going to take a little minute to explain. So next, my Something with a Spine, I'm going to use this little young lady right here. And she doesn't have any feet. So I thought, well, let me draw her some feet. So I drew her some feet, and here they are. And they turned out okay, but, you know, they turned out okay. But then I thought, well, you know, I mean, now she has feet. I don't even know if you can see that. She has feet, but in hopes of getting a little more dimension in this, that piece is gone again. On the floor again. Hold on. Okay, here we go. In hopes of making this look a little more dimensional, I thought, well, let me line this up with these. How was I going to do this? I had this lined up so her feet could be behind this, and it still look kind of like, you know, she was standing here but behind this, but I thought I had that matched up better than that. How did I do that? I don't remember. Maybe like that. And I cut off the edge at the bottom. I didn't think it was like that because I thought it was like, kind of like that. How did I do that? I don't remember. Where did I put it? I don't know. Okay, I can use another piece. I have a little bit of piece left over right here. But maybe I can use. It would need to be this way. How did I have that? In any case, if I have to get another piece out, I will. I wanted to use this. So I'm baffled as to how I was planning on using this, and maybe, no, this was the piece I was going to use. Maybe I was going to stagger it and not try to match it up. Not try to match the pattern up. I don't know. In any case, and maybe I don't want to match the pattern up because it will be more dimensional looking if I don't, maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. I do want to cover her feet up instead of making her have feet, just because. I think I'm just going to do it just like that, and it won't be matched exactly. The pattern won't match exactly, but I think that'll be all right. We'll put it over to the edge like this and put her legs behind it like that. I think that's what I'll do. She'll be right over and over on off the edge. I wanted to do both of these off the edge a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to try to match the pattern because I want to cover her feet up. Now, the other thing, so that's our something with the spine. And then we need something featuring a clock or a time-related element. And I showed you this little clock. Well, her hand, if you can see that, is perfectly positioned. I don't know if you can see that or not. But her hand is on her hip and perfectly positioned to hang this clock on. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to hang her clock. She's carrying this clock, and we're going to hang it right. She's holding on to it right there with her hands on her hip and that attitude on her face. So she is saying, okay, guys, it's time to get up and let's go to the garden and let's, weed and water and do all the things you need to do to the garden to make it pretty. So it's time to get up. And this clock is a sleepy clock, so I think that's kind of fun. So I'm going to put her down right here, just like this, and we'll just do her legs at the moment. Then I'm going to cover her feet up with some more of the the sextagon paper. I think that's what you call it. Is that what you call a six-sided? I don't remember. Geometry was a long time ago for me. so I don't remember what it's called. I think a hexagon is 8 and a pentagon is 5. And sextagon maybe 7. I don't remember. If you guys know, leave it in the comment. Let me know what it's called. And we're going to cover her feet right here with this, so that's good. We're just going to go ahead and do that. Because I wanted to add a little dimension. That's why I did some in front and some in back on the flower, and some in front, some in back on her. Excuse me. Which I think gives you a little bit more of a dimension. And I liked that better than having her feet. Because it just, I don't know, it just didn't look right to have her feet showing. And the way her legs are, you had to draw her feet just from the front. And it looked okay, but I like this better. So, I put the clock on right here. I'm going to go ahead and put a little glue. I want it to kind of be hanging off to the side, tilted a bit, just like that, So, I'm going to turn it sideways so I can get this glued to her right here. Just right down this side right here. Just like that. I'll glue the rest of it later. Get it just perfect. Okay. So that's going there. So let's get this glued the rest of the way down. And this came from, I think it was a Reader's Digest. I don't remember if it was an old one or a new one. I have some new ones, but I also have some old ones, so I don't know which that was from. We'll get her glued down. I like for things to be stuck well. Glue stick is not my preferred glue for anything because I use it sometimes, and I have gone back to some of my other Margarete Miller collages, and it's coming up. So, and I use Scotch Create, which I understand they don't make anymore, or they're not going to make anymore. I have several of them, so I'm good for a little while. There's my little smoothing thing here. But I don't really like using a glue stick. I don't think any of them hold as well as I want them to. So I don't really use them. I mean, I use it, but I've not been all that pleased. It does better when you're on paper with vintage paper. It seems to do better. Now you see a little bit of glue coming through here that in my experience, that has dried out, and you can't even see it. So we're gonna believe that's gonna happen with that as well. Okay, so let's see. The last thing I need is my something that people collect. And of course, obviously, people collect stamps. And I'm going to put those off the border, off the side a little bit, overlapping onto the page, and I'm going to stagger them like that. And I chose these are German stamps, and I chose these for their color and the fact that it didn't have anything else but a black and white image on it, and then the white border and the white amount of the stamp. So I like that. So that, I think that's how I'm going to do those. Got a little bit of place right here that needs a little glue. Now here, with little spots like that, I will use a glue stick and get those. Just like that. And that seems to work pretty well. Okay, so let's get these stamps down. Start with the green one because it's going to be the one at the top. And no overlapping on it, I don't think. I think it was just the blue and the yellow was overlapping. So let's get this up here in the corner, just like that. And then I think the blue one is going to go something like that. And then the yellow one is going to go, okay, yeah, these two overlap. Okay, something like that. So the blue one is the next one I need to put down. Oh, I've got to tell you, we had our snowball bushes. We have two snowball bushes, which is a beautiful plant, and it's full, absolutely, totally full of snowball blossoms. And they look, if you're not familiar with them, they look like a hydrangea almost, but it is, I mean, they're all white and it's just covered. Absolutely, both of the ones we have are just absolutely, completely full of blossoms. So yesterday we had rain and a high wind, very high wind. And so now we have a carpet of quote unquote snow underneath the snowball bushes because it blew blossoms out of the tree, but there's still plenty of complete blossoms on the tree, but it blew down a bunch of them. And so now we have a carpet of white under our snowball bush, and it is so pretty. So, so pretty. Okay, that is the collage. Now over here, as I always do, and I think this one has to go on the bottom. So I stagger these top and bottom depending on the last one so that the book gets more evenly thick. So let's put this down, and I have my little elements to put on with this. And then we'll go over the prompts. And we'll see how we did. So I'm just going to put this down over here. I think a little more over to this side and up a little bit. Let's not push it down yet. This is going to go here. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, there we go. That's good. Did I get on there straight? No, of course not. Oh well, no changing it now. But that's okay. And actually, I don't know why I'm not using my smaller glue that comes out finer. So let me find that and get it out. Not use this big bottle. I use my little bottle. I like my little bottle. It's even a finer tip. So it does just a little tiny bit. So on my little prompt page where I put my prompts, I like to use something left over or something similar to. Let's do it this way. No, let's do it this way. No. What was I going to do? This way? This way. No. Yeah, we'll do it that way. I don't think that's how I had it, but we'll do it that way. So I don't remember how I had it. But it's just going to be like that. And that'll be fine. And then I have a green stamp and something that sort of matches the pink over here. Let's see, how does this one go? Like this. So I'm going to put these stamps over here. It just gives me a little bit of, I wish I hadn't done that crooked, which will just give me a little bit of color over on this side. I like to have a little collage, like I said, that relates to the big collage over here where my prompts are. And that just makes it more interesting to me. And I like to have my prompts out. One, because when I'm not here anymore and somebody is going through my things and they come across this book, if I put them in a pocket, which some people do, and I think that's a great idea as well, but I am afraid they won't find them in the pocket. So I am, let's see if that'll move up a little bit. I am putting them on the opposite page. And then I have in the front of my book, of my collage book, and I've done a book or something. Now I've done 3 books. This is the 3rd book for the Margarete Miller. I didn't do this in the beginning. I didn't do it in a book. But somebody grabs this book up and looks at it. It also has in the front what this is about from the printout from Margarete. So that way somebody looks at this book and they'll at least have an idea of what you're doing, what it's supposed to be about. Okay, that is my collage. Let's go over the prompts and see what we got. Okay, where is my, I don't know, there it is, bone folder. Okay, so something that people collect, and people collect postage stamps. A geometric shape with at least 5 sides. That's the bottom of this collage down here. These are 6-sided pieces on here, like a honeycomb. Something featuring a clock or a time-related element. Well, here is my clock, and I've got this girl holding the clock. Text in a foreign language is my background, and this is German, and the stamps are also German. Something with the spine is my girl here, and then the bonus is a flower, which I have right here. So this one's fun. I enjoyed this one, and it's a little different from what I do, but I like the colors and the fancifulness, if that's what it is. The whatever. It's you know, a little more whimsy. Whimsy is the word I'm looking for. Okay, so my little story is this. She's ready to go gardening. She's got on her gardening hat, and she's got on her patched jeans. She's ready to go gardening, and whoever she's wanting to go with her to do that, or is supposed to go with her to do that, is evidently not even out of bed yet, because she's an early riser, and whoever's going with her is not. So she's got the clock here, like, get up, it's time to go. We've got to go to the garden and, you know, weed and water and make sure everything is good. So you need to be getting up to do that. And I love this little clock. I thought that was fun. And the colors just went so well together. So anyway, I hope you liked this collage. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you liked watching me put this together, give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of my videos, then hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get more videos from me. And if you so desire, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I always answer the comments. I love getting feedback from you. And so let me know what you think. And I will let you go, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.